What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and I'm back in the building for a recap of Married to Medicine Season 5, Episode 10. Episode starts off, we got Tawanda Braxton. She gets a crown done from Heavenly, and Tawanda mentions that, she's divorced now, and she's single and ready to mingle. And I didn't know that her and Heavenly were friends. I guess Tawanda met Heavenly through Dr. Jackie, because, Dr. Jackie was, I believe, Tony Braxton's OBGYN at one point, and maybe her other sisters as well. Anyways, Heavenly says that she's a relationship expert and she can help Tawanda, find love. She mentioned that Tawanda should probably date, is she interested in 20-year-olds? She don't want no damn 20-year-old, Heavenly. What the hell wrong with you? Okay, so next, y'all, we got Curtis and Dr. Jackie. They meet at the park to have a picnic. Dr. Jackie mentions that she doesn't like how people on social media, they have been blaming her for Curtis's infidelity. And Curtis pretty much tells her, you got to ignore people. My issue with this scene was I feel like, Dr. Jackie, you weren't really taking responsibility. Yes, Curtis cheated. He is the one that acted out and ruined, the marriage with his actions. But this is the same man that kept telling you to stop working. Stop working all the time. Spend some time with me. So you're going to have to understand, Dr. Jackie, that you played a part, and I'm just ready for you to own it. Now, I don't think you're ready to really own it and tell Curtis that and the rest of the world that, because you really want to punish Curtis right now. Let him know he was the one that's wrong. And I definitely agree, but it takes two to ruin a relationship. And I think that you played a part as well. And Curtis invites Jackie to Paris. He says that she needs to take the time to enjoy life and not work her life away, which is some of the shit he has been telling her. Anyway, she says that she can't go away with Curtis at this time. And she tells him about a counselor that she got from Symone. And, she suggests that they should see this person. And so next, Curtis, he's trying to squeeze in a hug. And then Jackie is acting kind of shady, like she don't want to hug him, but she ends up hugging him. Girl, go on and hug your man. You know you missy. Okay, so next we got Contessa. She goes out to dinner with her husband, and they are happy to be out on a date and to be without them damn 3 kids. Anyways, during the date, Contessa proposes that she should probably stop working so much and probably stop working, period. That way she could just be there more for her kids. Her husband says he wishes she would have thought of that before they bought that big old house that they're in. And he also mentioned to her, well, why don't you just change your work schedule? That way you can still work, because I believe he need her ass to still work because they got that big ass house bill. And then just be off when the kids get home from school. That way you can help out with homework and, spend your time with them. And I definitely agree with him. If y'all got a lot of bills, Contessa, this wouldn't be the right time right now. She mentioned that she wouldn't do it right now, but you could definitely tell the wheels are spinning. She's definitely considering it. So I just hope that they figure that out. I just hope she just maybe cuts her hours and, just try to be available for the kids, when they get out of school. Because at the end of the day, we as parents, we have to work to provide for these kids. So, you're not going to be able to be there all the time. There's no such thing as being the perfect parent, but just changing your schedule would help the situation. Next, we got Cecil and Symone. Symone says that her and Cecil have been spending more time together. They don't argue as much. And I can tell the vibe is definitely different with them. I definitely can feel it. They talk about Kids Force, which is the new app that Cecil is working on. Symone says that she's only 75% invested in it. She needs a little bit more convincing. So next, Reed stops by. He is Cecil's business partner. Reed tells Symone that she should be the face of Kids Force because it will soften the brand and the messaging when it comes to advertising the new app. And Symone discusses the safety of Kids Force. And Reed assures her that they will, be doing a background check on every person that posts a job. So I'm really feeling Dr. Symone and Cecil working on his app together. I really feel like it's a good idea and it's gonna bring them closer. So I like where they're headed with this. So next we got Toya and Eugene. Eugene pulls out a chair for Toya, and she keeps stressing for some reason that she doesn't like. She liked the fact that he pulled out the chair for her, but she doesn't want a gentleman in the bedroom, honey. Toya wants you to get a little rougher, Eugene. So I hope he gives her, that gangster that she wants in that bedroom, honey. They meet up with their real estate agent, and I believe his name is Tony. And he basically lets them know the person that was renting a big house they were in last season won't be renewing their lease. And at this point, Eugene is very frustrated. And Toya doesn't feel like leasing it for $3,000 is making them any money. Eugene wants to lease it for a higher amount. But it's hard to still have this massive debt to pay off. So, he can't really lease it for a higher amount, and he still has to pay back the IRS, and he got this big debt on his shoulders. And I'm just interested in knowing how much is Toya paying of the debt. Is she taking her little Married to Medicine checks and just putting it on the debt? Why does it seem like Eugene is doing all the work? So I don't know, you guys, with that. Next, the real estate agent basically tells them they're going to have to take a loss on their home because both Eugene and Toya feel like, they want to get the amount for the home that it's worth, but they're going to have to take a loss because the housing market is not how it was back in 2008. And, I guess it was 2017 when they filmed this. So, things have pretty much changed. Then the real estate agent mentions to them that they still have an extra $50,000 to pay for repairs and other different things that the house needs. So, money, 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 money. Too much money, y'all. I hope these two really learn their lesson on... I don't know. I hope they learn a financial lesson. And I kept hearing them say, well, the house was an investment. I don't really feel like the house was an investment. I felt like the house was your show palace. That's what you wanted, Toya. And now it's not working out like that. You talking about how you thought she was going to get all this money out of it. And it just don't go like that. All houses are not assets all the time. So, anyways... Quad ends up shooting a segment for 11 Alive. Y'all remember Nene used to work there, child? Anyway, she looked cute and she cooked some kind of chicken and lettuce wrap. Miss Quad. She knows she can cook, honey. It looked good. I want some of Miss Quad food. Quad, why don't you send a sister like me a plate through the mail? I will eat it, shit, because Quad can tear some shit up in the kitchen. Okay, so she had mentioned something before I get to the next part, y'all. Quad had mentioned that she wished she could serve Dr. G some appreciation pie. Girl, bye. You and that appreciation. Dr. G is not going to eat that shit, honey. I've been taking care of you since the day I met you. He ain't trying to eat that shit. Next, we got Heavenly and Symone. They dropped their kids off at school. But before damn kids get out the damn car, that damn Heavenly calls Symone's son funny looking. I was like, you don't call nobody's son. You don't say how the child used to be funny looking. And then Symone was offended. She was like, how would you feel if I called your child that? Laura said, please don't. I thought that was so funny. So after the kids, they end up leaving, getting out the car. Heavenly tells Symone that she's going to take over the couples trip this year because Symone has been having a lot of problems in her marriage. And, Heavenly does not feel that Symone is qualified to do it this year. Heavenly feels like she is more qualified, honey. Symone tells her not to jack up the trip because Heavenly is not getting along with everybody at the time, i.e. fucking Mariah. That's the main motherfucker she don't get along with. And you got Toya always fucking taking up for motherfucking Mariah. So, her only issue on the show is really Mariah. So, how do y'all feel about that? Do you feel like Heavenly would do good hosting the trip? Her and Daddy. I do notice that Heavenly knows how to be in her relationship. I don't know about Heavenly. I like Heavenly, you guys. I have a love-hate relationship with Heavenly. But for the most part, I do like her because I feel like she is real. But, I don't know. Heavenly she only doesn't get along with Mariah, but sometimes, Heavenly, you could be a bit petty with people. I'm not talking about Mariah, though. Mariah be deserving that shit. You could be a little petty and too harsh on people, Heavenly. So I don't know exactly about you taking over the trip. I do like you and Daddy's relationship, though, so we'll see. Anyways, next we have Heavenly invites Toya on the couples trip. And Toya is skeptical because she knows that Heavenly is known to pop off. And then Toya, her messy ass, talking about, well, you should invite Mariah. And Heavenly says, you being messy, child, but I'll pray on it. We'll see how the shit goes. I don't know if Mariah should come. Mariah too fucking messy. Don't nobody fucking like her. Bye. Like the end of the story. Can we get a new cast member on? Let Mariah have her own show. Mariah's big enough to have her own motherfucking show. I keep telling y'all that. So anyways, next we got the Kids Force app release party. Cecil was there getting things set up, shaking people's hands. He's with his brother who is fine as hell. Yes. He sounds like Cecil. He's tall like Cecil. Yes. Next we have Symone and Heavenly. They greet each other. Symone and Cecil, they kiss, which is good because these motherfuckers ain't been showing each other no love in a long time. Next, Jackie comes in talking to the girls and telling the girls how Curtis wrote her a damn love letter. And then Toya is looking at her crazy because she feel like Curtis deserves a year of punishment for what he did. Then Symone said Cecil never wrote her a love note. Then Cecil's brother chimes in saying that, hey, he didn't write a note, but hey, he didn't draw from LA to Boston to see you. Because I guess at that time, Cecil and Symone had like a long distance relationship. So next, Mariah comes in and she greets Cecil and she congratulates him. And I felt like that was pretty cool. And then Contessa ends up talking to Jackie about how do you feel about going to Barbados. And Jackie feels left out again because once again, she's going to be alone just like she was in Hawaii. But honey, you could invite Curtis on the trip, honey. Just don't give me none of that cootie cat, honey. Yes. So next we got Contessa. She noticed that Quad is late. The presentation is going on. And she just feels like at this point, Quad is late. And Quad is just pretty much concerned with herself. And that is something I do notice about you, Quad. I do like you. Because you said some shit in here that it really made a lot of sense. You was getting Toya's stupid ass together because Toya want to be all up Mariah's ass. Bitch, I wish I would be up a bitch ass whose mother hit me in the motherfucking head with a motherfucking purse. But you's a different type of bitch than myself. So anyway, Cecil shows his presentation of Kids Force and how it will operate. And, everybody is so proud of him. And I really enjoyed the little cartoon narrative. It showed people, washing cars, maybe mowing the lawn, and they would put different jobs up. And, the kids can go on the app and accept the job. They would be background checked. Everybody would be background checked. And, it's pretty much a nice way to get, the kids to have a good work ethic and, be responsible. So, yeah, Symone ends up speaking on behalf of Kids Force, stating that their mission is to, get the kids working hard and allow the children to earn money, and it would give the parents the opportunity to get to know their neighbors and their neighbors' wants and needs. Everybody can make that coin. Next, Quad comes in during Cecil's presentation asking about sex offenders, and it looked kind of shady, Quad, because bitch, you is late. But Cecil lets her know everybody will be given a proper background check, so they ain't got to worry about those things. Next, Heavenly and Quad sit down. Heavenly tells Quad people are on her about who she's inviting to Barbados. And Heavenly feels that Mariah shouldn't come to Barbados because she never apologizes or acknowledges the shit that she does, i.e. what she did at the Mother's Day brunch. She never really owned that. Okay, so next, Symone joins Heavenly and Quad. And Heavenly says, do I really want somebody on the trip that's going to sit and be miserable? No, you don't. You don't want Mariah's miserable ass there. Y'all know y'all don't like her. Can we quit this fake ass shit? So anyway, she mentions Mariah wanted to fight her, and Symone says everybody, just isn't willing to look at theirself. And Symone, if you know that, then why do you think Mariah should come? Because Symone kept trying to say, well, we all got our ways about us and things that people may not like about us, but Heavenly needs to put her feelings for Mariah to the side. Why? If I don't like a bitch, don't trust a bitch, don't rock with the bitch ain't coming. That's just me. Mariah walks up. Heavenly says that she apologizes all the time. And, she tries to forgive people. And Toya and all the girls are around at the time. And Toya said that this group doesn't forgive because they still be making side comments, holding grudges. She tried to get on, Quad. And Quad is like, who is you talking about? And she points at Heavenly and Quad. She was like, I'm talking about y'all. Y'all do that fake forgiveness shit. And I'm not with it. What you do, Quad, is you forgive and you ignore. And basically, Quad got her motherfucking ass together. She said that she doesn't have to put herself in toxic situations with people that she does not care for. Then Mariah gets up and says that, oh, well, how many times do I have to apologize, for what I did? Mariah, when the fuck did you apologize, bitch? When? Did I miss that shit? And, Mariah is getting aggravated at the point, and they go back and forth over the word cordial and how Toya is saying that these bitches ain't never really cordial with each other. Toya, get up from Mariah's ass. You ain't nothing but a motherfucking ass licker at this time. So anyways, Mariah gets upset and pretty much goes and leaves, because she's upset and offended by, the shit that Heavenly is saying. So then Heavenly and Symone go to talk to Mariah, to try to invite her to Barbados, to just try to settle the motherfucking score once and for all. And Mariah agrees to go to Barbados. She knows that Heavenly doesn't want her there, so she still gonna come anyways, pretty much. We know you ain't missing out on no trip, Mariah girl. But Mariah ends up telling Heavenly, I can't do any more of the yo mama stuff. I'm not doing any more of that. with you, Heavenly. And then Heavenly says, you know what, since you saying that, then you don't need to bring my husband into it. And then Mariah starts yelling. Heavenly goes off. These bitches can't get along. You know, it's the same ass shit with them. And like I said, Mariah needs to get her own show. Stop coming around people that don't like your ass. Right now, you are... shit, the Kenya Moore of the show. Y'all remember how Kenya was not liked and motherfuckers didn't want to fuck with her and they didn't trust her. And, you know, you are headed in that direction, Mariah. So stop trying to be around bitches you know that don't like you. But that is how this show goes. You know, we need the drama. We like it. So it is what it is. But if I was Mariah, I would stay away from the girls if I know they not fucking with me. And Mariah, you're not a real bitch. That's why they don't fuck with you. Heavenly kept trying to apologize to your ass. You act like you didn't want to hear it. You getting loud. You don't want her talking about your motherfucking mother, but your mother is a bitch. And she could have been a woman enough to just accept the apology the first time Heavenly gave it to her. And I know a lot of people are saying, well, Heavenly didn't really mean it. I feel like shit, she meant it in the moment. You know, I'm not going to keep apologizing to people either if they act like they can't get over shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was interesting how Toya kept trying to make it look like Heavenly and Quad holds grudges. Mariah does the same exact fucking thing. But Toya wants to be up her ass. That was Married to Medicine, you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It is your girl Brand New, and I'm out.